The spectacular sequences you have just witnessed show Sensei Frank Brennan on his way to winning the European Shotokan Karate Championships. It would seem that he disposes of his adversaries with ease, but each sequence features him in action against the cream of European Shotokan Karate. His skill is the result of many years of dedicated training, and in this tape Sensei Brennan will demonstrate the training methods which brought him success. This success includes 7 times Karate Union of Great Britain Grand Champion and twice European Grand Champion. In 1980 he ensured himself a place in karate history by beating world champion Mori with a spectacular kick to the head, a feat which is still recalled in awe after all these years. Sensei Brennan is here demonstrating the calisthenics or warm-up exercises which should precede any karate training to reduce the risk of sprains and pulls and to ensure maximum flexibility. This flexibility is important in not that it just allows maximum reach, but also in that it allows movements to be fluid and direct, thereby ensuring fast delivery of techniques. The exercises shown here are mostly self-explanatory. They should be performed slowly and without any sudden or sharp movements. Flexibility varies tremendously from person to person, and the aim is to stretch your body to its limits and not to expect miracles. It is important that the exercises are performed on a smooth, flat, non-slip surface, which is preferably sprung. The floor shown here is ideal. It is also very important to practice in an environment that is warm if injuries are to be avoided. Some of the exercises shown here are based on commonly used Shotokan karate stances, this being the front stance or Zenkutsu-dachi, and this the straddle leg stance or Kibadachi. These stances are used widely throughout training. Sensei Brennan without doubt falls into the category of super flexible, so you must not feel disappointed if you are unable to copy his movements exactly. Shotokan karate is a highly sophisticated martial art which originated in Japan. It is comprised of Kion, the fundamental techniques, Kata, the formal exercises which are sequences of both defensive and attacking movements against an imaginary opponent, and Kumite, which is actual sparring with a partner. All three have a wide range of movements, advancing in degrees of difficulty. Your progress in karate depends upon constant study and hard training. However, you should learn the movements slowly at first, speeding up as competence develops. Throughout the program, both Japanese and English terminology will be used. A strong fist is essential when punching, and the fingers must be tucked in tightly and gripped by the thumb. The wrists must also be straight, and contact must be with the knuckles of the middle and index fingers, whose development are clearly visible here. This sequence will show chokazuki or straight punch, which is the most widely used striking technique in karate. When delivering a punch, it is usual practice to retract the opposite arm to add reaction force to the punch. But here, both the punching and retracting arms are demonstrated simultaneously as an initial practice method for developing correct technique. Make sure that the elbows remain close to the body and note the timing of the arm twist. Once these movements are mastered, they can be practiced in coordination, ensuring that both arms start and finish at exactly the same time. Keep the shoulders down and tense the whole body upon completion of each punch. Kiai is a loud shout to intensify one's own spirit and strength. All the fundamental techniques should be delivered from a strong stance for stability. In this example, the front leg is supporting approximately 60% of the body weight, and the leg is bent with the knee directly above the toes. Techniques should, when possible, be accompanied by a strong body movement, and here the right side of the body is driven strongly forward, enhanced by the thrusting through the back leg. Gyakuzuki or reverse punch is when chokazuki and the body twist are combined, the hips and arms locking simultaneously. The stepping punch, or oizuki, utilises the driving action of the rear leg to thrust the body forward. In this case, the hips must remain square. When practicing the fundamental techniques, always keep the heel of the thrusting foot flat. Gedemberai, or downward block, is often used for blocking attacks to the stomach. Note the twisting action of the arms. The muscles of the body are tensed at this point in order to transmit the body power into the technique. As with most blocks, the body is twisted to 45 degrees to add power and as a preparatory position to counter-attacking with the reverse punch. Fundamental techniques are often practiced in drill form during dojo training. Gedemberai is used to start the drill and to turn. The turn, or mawate, is now demonstrated in two actions. Note that the technique is coordinated with the body twist. Jodan agiyuki, or rising block, is used to block attacks to the facial area. Note the angle of the blocking arm. This sequence demonstrates agiyuki in drill form. It is important that the hip, arm and leg action must be coordinated precisely and the body rotated to 45 degrees. Chudan Sotouki, or outside block to the chest. Be sure to coordinate both arms. Twist and tense. Although moving backwards, drive the blocking side of the body forwards to add power to the block. This sequence once again demonstrates the movement practiced in drill form. As competence increases, techniques are linked together in combination. Always apply the fundamentals as shown previously as you build up the more complex combinations. Chudan Uchiuki, or inside block to the chest. This block, unlike the others demonstrated, uses the inside edge of the forearm as the blocking area. Shuto uki, or knife hand block, utilizes the outside edge of the hand as the blocking area. Note that the wrist is straight and the thumb pulled back. Note the timing of the arm twist. Shuto uki introduces kokutsudachi, or back stance. Both feet are on the same line. Note the position of the back leg, which supports 70% of the weight. This stance uses a pivoting action through the back leg and hips. Again as practiced in drill form. The turn is demonstrated in two actions, the coordination of the block and the hip twist being very important. Basic blocks develop power in many different directions, so once a high degree of skill has been attained, the advanced blocks demonstrated here will become possible. There are two basic kicking methods: thrusting, in which the leg is locked straight out before being withdrawn, and snapping, in which the leg is snapped back. Good balance is essential, and the hips are used to add power to all kicks. Maigeri, or front snap kick. Make sure that the upper body remains relaxed throughout the kick. The knee must be fully bent and the hips thrust in squarely. The supporting leg must remain strongly bent. The striking area is the ball of the foot. Note the position of the foot. Maigeri is now demonstrated in drill form. The turn has the same leg and hip movement as Gedembarai, but note the action of the arms. Yokogeri Kokomi, or side thrust kick, uses the edge of the foot as the striking area. The knee of the kicking leg must remain high throughout the kick. Note that the hips both thrust and twist into the kick. Yokogeri Kiyagi, or side snap kick. Note that the hip is pushed in the direction of the kick to add power. The upper body remains relaxed. In drill form, the side kicks are initially practiced in kibadachi or straddle leg stance. The weight is distributed equally on both legs, with the knees directly over the feet. Yokogeri Kiyagi in drill form. Kata, considered by the old masters as the soul of karate, is an imaginary fight against several opponents and consists of a set pattern of defensive and attacking movements. Kata allows the karateka to demonstrate their technical skill in competition. Frank Brennan, who has won numerous kata titles, is seen here performing the kata Niju Shiho, for which Frank took first place. The katas that will be shown are the first three basic Shotokan katas. Kion kata is usually performed for the beginner's first grading or orange belt. The kata being performed is always named before starting. Kion kata. Kion kata. Ian Shodan is usually performed for the second grading or red belt. Ian Shodan. Ian Nidan is the second of the Ian series, which contains 5 kata in total. Ian Nidan introduces more intricate movements and is performed for the 7th kyu or yellow belt grading.
Ian Nidan. Ian Nidan.
There are several major forms of kumite or sparring, ranging from the basic 5-step sparring or goen kumite, as demonstrated here, through to the advanced freestyle sparring or ju kumite, which is the type of kumite used in competition and shown widely throughout this tape to demonstrate techniques in action. 5-step sparring is the beginner's introduction to the applied use of fundamental techniques. Practice lightly at first, building up speed and power as competency increases. Respect for one's opponent is of paramount importance in all forms of karate sparring, and note the bow performed both before and after all sparring sessions to signify this respect. Throughout sparring practice, thrust and tense the legs and hips to generate power. Do not lean, as this will lead to loss of balance and instability. Finish by counter-attacking with a strong ki, which enhances fighting spirit and power. Note that the blocking arm is timed to twist through the attacker's arm. The whole body tenses at this point. Note the rotation of the body when both blocking and counter-attacking. Note that the area being attacked, jo down the face or chu down the chest area, is called before attacking as a safety factor in Goon Kumite. At the end of training, finish off by loosening down in order to relax the muscles. Finally, before bowing, kneel motionless, eyes closed in meditation. This procedure is known as mok so.